Yeah. Boum! Changer, changer! Est-ce qu'on veut vraiment, hein? Le dire qu'il n'était pas, n'était pas son problème. N'était pas là, parti en week-end. Dit qu'elle était là, ta famille humaine. Les bas, tout un peu au même. C'est la question que je pose jusqu'aux choses. S'interroger, se mettre en cause. Est-ce qu'on est prêt à changer? Est-ce qu'on est prêt à changer? Eh oui, changer. Tant de choses bougent. Où est-ce qu'on a que de la bouche? Est-ce qu'on est prêt à changer? Est-ce qu'on veut vraiment changer? Eh oui, mais en danger. Renoncer à nos privilèges. Ben, l'argent du bas. Au piège de la pub et du téléviseur. Prise au piège. Break free. I'm back. C'est la question que je pose jusqu'on ose. S'engager, se mettre en cause. Est-ce qu'on est prêt à changer? Où est changer? Est-ce qu'on est vraiment changé? Peut-être qu'on va attendre l'alerte rouge avant de bouger. Peut-être. Je pense qu'il faut bouger. It's time to move. It's not a dream. It can't be just a dream. We must move. I'm back. Live and direct. Dans nos grands, installés dans nos petits palais. On ne pense qu'à faire de l'oseille. Money, money, money. Ce confort que l'on croit mériter. Il y en a forcément qui le payent. Oui, c'est la question que je pose. C'est se mettre en cause. Est-ce qu'on est prêt à changer? Où est changer? Qu'on est vraiment changé? Faire en sorte que les choses bougent. C'est ça qu'on a besoin. Il faut que ça bouge. It has to move. We have to make things move. Or are we just talking about it? Is this just a dream? Or do we really want to change? That's what Tyro is asking you. Do you really want it to change? Changer, Tyro. Great, man. You know, there is some people that come along to whip us, to wake us up. Sometimes it's necessary. That's what I was saying in my video yesterday. Sometimes it could be necessary that someone come along to whip you to greatness and say, wake the fuck up. You're due for something great and you must wake up. Like someone like me, you see me and you never heard of anything like the stuff I'm talking about. It must, like at one point, put you in touch with your dream. And it's necessary because sometimes you won't have a tragedy happening to you in your life. If it's not a tragedy, you must still wake up. But the thing is, we don't pay attention to people that come along. That's the thing. We don't think they can teach us. We think we can learn only with magician, Babylonian magician and stuff like that. So when someone come to you to offer you some kind of wisdom, some kind of knowledge, I don't know, about, if I have knowledge about myself, I should have a bit of knowledge about yourself. You know, we're not that far from each other. So if I can start to think, you start to think. If I start to win, you start to win. You know, we're not that far from each other. That's how I see it. And when that's it. It's sometimes you're gonna need people to come along and wake you up. And at one point, it's like Kim was saying to me yesterday. It's what I'm doing here is very, very natural, very natural. And she said, you always were on that path of questioning, of a awakening, of a. She said even 10 years ago, she said you were bringing up stuff that you were different. She said you always been different, like different, not different in the. Different in thinking, seeing life a different way. You know, some people just adopt the matrix, and I've never been like that. Never fit in. I've never fit in. I've never had the intention to fit in. That I remember. So only that was keeping me on the ground, on the solid ground for greatness. You know, I knew that. I knew I was on a solid ground for greatness. Just never found a way to break the walls, and day by day, and then now I found a way. Now I found a way to access myself, to break the walls to myself, and at one point I'll get to know who I am. That's it. That's my ultimate goal. Is what's our main job here? To find out who we are. Hello, what? Find out about the earth. You won't probably never find out anyway. What's the shape? What's this? What's that? The side, the pseudoscience, and so just look at things for the way they are. Very sacred, in a very sacred manner. That's what I do. Every time I go out, you know, I immerse myself in nature, and that's really important for me to have that presence with nature, because that's what we miss a lot. Hi, Red Rose. That's what we miss a lot, the presence with nature, and you know, we're all pretty much living in boxes, like talking on box, living in box, working in a box, traveling in a box, like. We have to get out that box mentality, cage mentality, and break out from that cage, and really, really face the world with boldness and confidence, and not too much. I think boldness is better. Boldness is better than confidence, because confidence you can become arrogant too at one point. So I just focus on really being bold and bolder every day that goes on. So I should find the key to that art of gold, and I know it's there. I know it's there. I know it's from the heart. I know I gotta seek inside my heart. I gotta listen to my heart. That I know. Okay, I want to figure things out by my own. On my own. I want to figure life out on my own, and all that dream. This is what I like. This is what I like to do, to figure things out. I love that. I love to figure lives out. Life's mystery. You know, that's what we need, to figure it out. Put yourself in action and figure it out. You will. You will. You will do stuff that, first of all, the divine will bring you places you've never been in your life. Never. I have been to places on the internet or whatever. Been places, it's not only physically, but been places with some people and never thought I was going to hang out. Hello? Come on. So go into action and stretch, and, you know, just press the start button. In my case, that's what it is. My dream is my thing, but you can relate your stuff to mine easily. A goal is a goal. It's not different. Whether you want to start a restaurant or a very healthy restaurant to provide healthy food to people, to start making them aware that they have to eat better, that eating healthy is not an option. It should be the natural way. But some people think it's an option. It's an option to eat healthy. No, we must eat junk, you know. But the junk is everywhere also. And the junk sometimes is dissimulated. So we have to be very conscious. But that is a whole work, you know. You got to go get that information. The information is left behind. If you decide to stay blind, it's your choice. It's your choice, because the information is there. So it's really a choice to stay blind, I think, for some people. They prefer remain blind because not to break the illusion. You know, if you have ate scrap all your life and drink beer like crazy every day, and do you think you're going to want to hear what I have to say? But no, it's going to break your illusion. So you're going to be all fucked up. And so people want to protect their illusion. This is the thing we do with our ego. Protect our little ego, our little illusion. And then we are in that invisible cage. And we teach that cage to our children, and they put the cage on, and you know, that's how children don't get to live their dream, and they have their will broken and integrity broken because the parents are sleeping tight. Sleeping tight and hypocrite like fucking crazy. Parents are hypocrite, big time. Big time, I found that out. That's why I try not to be hypocrite with my children. Tell them the truth. I tell them the truth, whether it fucking burns or it hurts, or you never talk to me, or you fucking hate me. I don't care. I'll tell you the freaking truth. I don't care. I'm here for that. That's my mission, and I'm gonna make that my everyday mission. Everyday mission to speak truth and to speak from my heart and to align my mind and my heart. You know, it's the mind versus heart. That's why even speaking your mind yesterday, I was reflecting on that. I don't think we should speak our mind, because if we speak our mind, well, all kinds of fucking trash will come out of there. If I speak my heart, then serenity and kindness is back. You know, so speaking our mind, even that, I don't think it's... I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, it's the mind versus the heart. I got to follow my heart all the time. I follow my heart coming here. I follow my heart for every action, but I must speak my mind. Doesn't make sense. To me, speak my heart. That's what I do. I speak my heart. Because if I speak my mind, there's all kinds of freaking trash that will come out of there. I know that. I've been brainwashed and conditioned into this evil world. So if I speak my mind, this is the programming in the mind. This is the you know, the stuff you have on your conscience. And sometimes it's not going to be associated with too much love and too much compassion. It's going to be a lot of hate and a lot of emotion in there. But your heart, that's different. That's a different vibe from the heart. That's what I feel. The mind is useful. Very useful, very powerful to create. The mind is good to be in the moment. Like, that's how I use my mind, to be present in the moment, to be there. Like, that's what I'm using to talk to you. It comes from somewhere. I'm using the power of the mind to stay focused, power of the mind to create, power of the mind to create my reality. But to guide me into this reality, I don't use my mind. I use my heart. I follow my heart. My heart tells me, again, something I more feel than sense. As I cannot hear my heart speak to me. You know? I can probably hear my head. I can sing in my head. I can speak in my head. But I cannot like do the same thing with the heart. So it's just something you feel. You feel there's a connection. You feel it's there more than just a pump. It's more is it a pump? Is it a pump, first of all, the heart? You know, that's another good question. Is it a pump? Because that's what they said. Anyway. Yeah, even patience has a limit. Speak from the heart truth, yeah. Yeah, patience has a limit for sure. For sure. Mine has a limit. I have a limit with patience. I have a limit with stupid people. Like, I can be very patient, but sometimes I prefer just not to talk to them. Like yesterday, there was a bunch of people on the side of the river drinking beer and having fun, big party, fucking loud, and like not the kind of vibe that I really like. So I just went by them. I ignore people now. I act like if I'm alone in the world because they're too fucked up. They're too fucked up, too misaligned, I realize it so deeply now. So deeply. Before, I would have went to those people, have a beer with them, but I realize the trauma now, the misalignment, the wasting time that they're involved with, the distraction, all this is acting on you. I know it. I lived it. So I prefer just not mix up. Because there's too much mix up. So I prefer not to mix up sometimes. And it's better like that. I don't have to involve energy and at places that not really necessary anyway. Sometimes you're so far down the path of distraction that even someone coming along and talk to you about you don't give a shit. You're not even in touch with like, people don't care about truth and stuff. You really, I think it's for maybe some of us have a mission, sometimes I don't feel like the chosen one. Gavin told me yesterday, he said, "Daddy, you're the chosen one." I said, no, I'm not the chosen one, but I just feel very, very strongly, a very strong sense of mission. This is what I feel. I feel led. I feel ordained to be great. I feel like I cannot stop this because also I've been very fortunate to be able to do it. you know, just coming here and do it, I give thanks for that a lot. So, you know, all this is keeping me very, very much grounded. And that's what I need. And I need to be grounded. I don't need bad minds and drama and shit like that. I don't know. I focus on the dream, focus on the connecting more, contributing a lot. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to contribute. I want to give back. I want to help people. I don't give a shit they don't help me. I don't care about that. I want to help them. I'm crying to help. Hello, someone hear me? That's what I want. Trying to help them in their dream, to help them in their endeavor, and their whatever they do. If it's something concrete, not just talk. Not just talk. I just don't want to be entertained. Like, I want people in action. Need action. If you're in action, I'll be there because I'm a man of action. So, but I just don't want people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Oh, I have a project. Look at it. You could probably help me." Listen, put your work in motion. Go into action. Start doing your thing. People will join after. But talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. You can talk whenever you want. Until you go into action, people won't recognize that I laugh at this. I fucking laugh at people with excuses and talk and, oh, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, or fucking go in action, bro. I don't care. Go in action. Start to make things happen. You can on your side with anything you have. You know, resources is not sometimes very hard to find to start a dream. You don't need huge resources. Most resources you need is yourself. And that's what we avoid the most. I have avoided myself for a long time. If not, I would be here, I told you. If it's not avoidance, it should be acceptance at one point. Maybe we should move from avoidance to acceptance, accept ourselves for who we are. Hey, that's what Gavin told me. He said no. I said, why me, Gavin? Why me? Why do I do this? Why me? Why? Because I feel like it's really something that I do natural. I don't force nothing here. That's the thing. It really goes like with the flow, and here I am. That's it. But he said, no. He said, you have just accepted who you are. He said, that's the thing with you, Daddy. He said, you have accepted who you are. 10-year-old. I was like, whoa. I've never even seen it myself. Like, I've seen that kind of, but sometimes I like to have his insight. I'm going back with him again today. Yesterday I was out with him all day, but he's got good reflection. He's very sharp mind. He has a very sharp mind, Gavin, and he's very aware. Because I make him aware. I share all my stuff with him. It's important, you know. You want your children to hear your voice. If you have children, the voice of truth, the voice of your heart, not the voice of your head. You'll fucking probably yell all the time and be impatient, because children sometimes drive us nuts. So we're going to be impatient at time. And so if you use your heart, you know, you can get a lot more patience and, you know, try to cope with the present moment. Sometimes that's what people have a lot of problem with. It's cope with the present moment with their children. So it's very important for us to be present for them. Be present. Me, it's very important for me to be there for Gavin and Abby and Sam, and be there in a way that they can be inspired, not just be there to say I'm there. Be there with full presence and power, so they can be empowered by that example. You know, they might not listen to me all the time, and it's okay. But at least they know I'm doing something, and that can inspire them. So just that for me is if I do this for the rest of my life to inspire my children, I'll keep going. Just that is very much worth it. Just for my children to, you know, to not throw away their life into the Babylon not rabbit hole, but maybe it's a rabbit hole. into the Babylonian illusion. So if they can just like develop their own dream young and get in touch with who they are, that they're not here to just be a worker, like that's not what I want them to become. I want them to develop their own thing. If they have to become entrepreneur, that's good. But entrepreneurship, that's another very interesting topic. I was talking about that yesterday. On the side of the river, entrepreneurship. It's a fiber, it's a flame I always had inside me. I always had that entrepreneur because I like to be independent. I like to do my own thing. That's why I'm here alone. I like to be independent. I don't like to so I like to figure things out. I love to figure things out. I love to be uncomfortable. I have learned, especially on YouTube, to become comfortable with the uncomfortable, and that can take you far. If you become comfortable with what you have to do that is uncomfortable, you will come back, and do it every day until you become super strong. You become because that's what another one of my main aim is, to become stronger, right? That's what we want. Hold on a second. Yeah, strong like the rock of Gibraltar. That's all we gotta be. That's what I was saying to Gavin. You gotta become strong like the rock of Gibraltar. But for that, it's effort. It's everyday thing, and it's not something that other people will do for you. You have to put your big girl socks and big boy socks and go into action, put your Gideon boots, your working boots, and go on the battlefield. Go on the battlefield and experience life. That's how I think I'm going to figure it out. It's by having experience. Experience is wisdom. Wisdom should give me, should clear the way, should give me clarity. Wisdom gives you clarity. Clarity is power. So what do you need? You need to focus. You need to focus and get on your path, get on your way back home. We all have to go back home eventually. And home for me, yeah, I am home now, but home for me is really a place of peace of mind, of serenity and kindness, and that you generate all those vibes naturally. The love, all the good things that generated from in the inside naturally, without programming, interfering, without your mind playing in there. So to me, that's a lot, and a super alignment. That's how I see it. We have to get to a point of a super alignment, and that can make our heart speak a lot of truth. Because I don't think we need to follow a course to speak truth. I don't think we need to follow a seminar to speak truth. I think we all have the truth inside. It's just to align our mind and our heart and really, because if you, the thing why we don't get to the truth, and we don't, because they keep us in there. They keep us in there. And that's not where I found the truth. That's not where I found the truth inside my heart. And not after finding out about flat earth and all that stuff. Yeah, there is truth. There is a big empowerment, but it's more by going internal. And at one point I said in my video, I'm going internal. I'm fed up of the external. I'm done seeking and searching. And now I'm seeking inside. I want to find out who I really am. I'm done with the distraction, because in the end, even conspiracies and all this stuff on YouTube is there to distract us, honestly, from doing what we have to do. If you always default to another person's dream. That's why you watch video on YouTube of another person's channel. Same like here, you're defaulting to my dream, but at least I'm trying to keep you motivated and keep you inspired to to go after your thing. That's my goal, is to transfer my fire to you, transfer my inspiration, my but that's what we do. Even me, I do it sometimes. Why do I listen to music? Why do I listen to reggae music so much? Every time I listen to a singer, I default in his dream. That's his dream. You know, that's what we do. We encourage everybody else but ourselves. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And I live it each and every day. Every time I listen to music, this is what I do. I default to another person's dream. Okay, it's not to freak out with this, but it's to acknowledge and realize that you have your own, that you should develop your own. Not always default to another person's dream. You're going to default to another person's dream for sure, for inspiration, for all kinds of strength, and that's okay, but don't just pour your whole consciousness into that. Develop yourself, work on yourself, get to know who you are, get in touch with your dream, your passion. You know, go with your passion. There's something you love in life. Me, I love music. I said, okay, I got to do something for reggae music. What can I do? Start a band? Kind of late a bit in the resort, and I don't have expertise in music, and I don't have I never played an instrument. I love music, but I don't think playing it is my thing. But I love music, so I said, I'm gonna start interview artists. Why not? I'm gonna try this. That was very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And I just went and pressed start. You know, I just went through it one after the other, and I'm getting stronger as it goes on. I become more comfortable with the uncomfortable, but because I do it, and I keep doing it, and I keep doing it, and I would do more. But at one point, it just, I can only just talk to myself on the Truman Show. I need to have people with me. That's what I love. I love you guys and girls. So for sure, I love to exchange, and it's about networking. You're a role model, dad to your children, Jenik, king of your own castle with the YouTube channel outlet. God is in control, not man. Yeah, that's what I think a lot too. I feel like I'm led. Yesterday, I was reflecting on that. I said, why me? Why am I doing this? I was sitting and I was crying at one point because I was becoming emotional. And I'm like, why me? Why is my life transformed like this? Why have I been hit with a tragedy like that? And suddenly my whole life just changed. And I've been like, I don't know, given a mission, or I feel that strongly. I feel that very strongly. And that's why I'm here. I have no choice to be great. It's going to be hard. I'm going to have to face fears. I'm going to have to face, it's scary. You know what scares us? It's not the fear of failure. I don't give a fuck failing. I would prefer fail to succeed because it's less scary. It's scary to succeed, to get to know close to your dream. And really, if it's something big, like I'm putting something big in front of myself, it's getting like, yeah, you get there. And if you don't get that feeling, might not be the right thing. Might not be big enough. It's got to be fucking huge. It's got to be freaking big. Big enough to freaking scare the shit out of you. That's what it's got to do. When you get close to it, and then you get stronger because you go through that fear, because now you didn't only come to that point to come to that point. You want to go through it, and you're going to go through it with just very much ease, but still the freaking program is in the head. Hello? Yeah, God is in control for sure. To be in control, you have to control your thought. Yeah, that's another thing, controlling the thoughts. But even controlling the thoughts, have you ever had an original thought, Bozo? Honestly, think about it. Have you ever had an original thought, even that? Yeah, you have to control your thoughts because your thoughts create your reality. But that's it. It's the moment you realize that you must control your thoughts. You must also realize that those thoughts are not yours. You got to think for yourself. You never had an original thought. I never had an original thought. It's all fucking bullshit from Babylon that I've been brainwashed with. So we have to think for ourselves. It's okay to have control over your thoughts. I totally agree with you. But we must think for ourselves also, because thought will come, and we'll bombard it with fucking nonsense all the time. So if we don't have control over our thoughts, for sure, we won't create a reality, our reality that we want to manifest. But clear your mind, clear the program, redo the blueprint in your mind, clear all the confusion, forget everything they told you, everything you have learned. Go in the forest, sit for 2-3 weeks alone and near a tree, just communicate with the tree, and you'll find your way. I'm telling you, it's just clear the program. That's what I'm doing now. I'm really focusing on really acquiring more momentum, more focus, because this is what I need to clear that program. Because now this is what gets to me. Still, it's the bad vibration of people. So if I develop a super intense focus, we need intensity. Intensity is important. You gotta be intense with your shit, for sure. Bozo, no doubt, hence I stay in avoiding others' negative energy, which influences. Yeah, I stay far now from people with bad energy. I don't even talk to them. Now, I'm on the journey that I need focus. I need focus, and I don't need bad vibrations. I don't even need to exchange with people with bad vibration, with low vibes, and I can sense these things. I can sense it, so I don't need this, and I don't need to wake up this guy or this woman or this. No. They have to wake up themselves. They have to wake themselves up. I can shine my light. That's what I'm doing. I'm shining my light every morning, every day. I have a YouTube channel that you can come and plug yourself on, and you'll get all the good stuff. But I can't afford to even. I don't know. Sometimes the vibes are so low. The level of awareness is very, very absent from people. Very absent. And it's not because I have a super awareness, freaking Jesus Christ here. It's not what I'm telling you. But I'm willing to know who I am. At least. I'm willing to do the freaking path. To find it. To figure it out. What are we going to do? Waste our time? All our life? Or we're going to figure it out? That's it. You go into action and you figure it out. It's going to hurt. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose money for sure. You're going to lose all kinds of stuff. You're going to lose friends. Fake friends. You're going to lose fake friends because now suddenly your vibes are going up and hey, people around have, they can't really stand high vibration. It's sometimes a bit too much for them. They prefer to their low vibration world and stay in their illusion. And so when someone with high vibe come along, that's why protect your vibes. If you have high vibration, if you are on a high vibe, protect it. Don't go to toxic people. Don't interact with toxic people. They are toxic. They will make you toxic. That's all they see is darkness. All they see is darkness, while all you see is light. So come on, you go to the darkness. You will end up in the dark. You're very vulnerable. Recognize your vulnerability. Also, that's why you gotta protect yourself. You're vulnerable. I can go back into this nonsense anytime I can decide to unplug here. In 2 minutes, I'm back in the matrix. It's not long, it's just here, so you got to protect that stuff and you got to work on it. You got to cultivate it to become immune against that stuff. That's how I see it anyway. So elevate. 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 Till you levitate. Clear, eh? Clear, eh? But that's how I feel sometimes. I feel like I'm levitating. Yeah, really, because my vibes are so high that sometimes I can even almost feel myself off the ground and levitating because my vibes are high. I'm not floating off the ground. It's a way to say it. But because my vibes are high, I feel myself levitating in the cosmos. I wish. Salut Yannick, sais-tu de quel site se servait Jabba pour les étymologies des mots? S'il te plaît, je ne le retrouve pas. C'est le dictionnaire d'étymologie. Fais juste faire dictionnaire d'étymologie sur Google, puis le dictionnaire va sortir. C'est tout là-dedans. Là. tout en rapport avec l'étymologie des mots. C'est très important, parce que quand on utilise des mots, on veut savoir qu'est-ce qu'ils veulent dire. T'sais, si tu deviens conscient à un moment donné, là, quand tu deviens conscient de tout ça, là, ben là tu ne veux plus confondre tes frères et sœurs. Parce que tu as une responsabilité. Tu as vu la lumière, tu as vu la lumière, tu as une responsabilité. Là. Je pense que oui, en tout cas. Là. Moi, je le sens, ça. Moi, je sens que la responsabilité envers vous autres, envers tous vous autres, envers tous mes frères et sœurs, est immense. La responsabilité est immense. C'est ça aussi, là. Tu sais, moi, là, I carry a big, big heavy load on my shoulder. It's called love. That's a fucking heavy load. But I decided to carry it because I love it. I love love. I love life. I love people. I love you guys. And I love us being, not being turned into zombies, but into divine being, what we're supposed and intended to be. We're not supposed to be turned into zombies and eat junk food and come on. Merci, man, mais je ne le trouve pas comme ça. OK, ben attends, j'ai peut-être envoyé un lien, là. Peut-être t'envoyer un lien. Etymologie Dictionary, maybe, or... je ne sais pas c'est quoi en français, s'il y a d'autres choses, là. Ultra Nation. Big up Ultra. Red Rose, l'anglais. In English, please. Oh, was I talking in French? I don't realize. I don't really realize if I switch in French or English. They don't know and they don't want a no. You're like a disciple of Christ, Yannick. You're like a disciple of Christ. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. Sometimes I look at it like I was saying to Gavin yesterday. I look at what I did so far. It's pretty big. I'm very humble. Very, very humble. To me, I restart every morning. That's how I see it. I've done nothing in the past. Nothing's been done. I restart and I keep trying every morning. That's how I operate in my head. I have done nothing. But if I look at it, what I've done, I can acknowledge that it's pretty big, all the reggae artists and all the stuff that sometimes I look at it and I'm like, wow, I came from far. I came from far, but you don't really get stuck in that kind of thinking because you always advance, and it's always a bigger door to smash and you become stronger and stronger, so it becomes more natural and more natural. So that's why I'm very humble, and you keep the humbleness because it's natural. But if it's not natural, if what you do is not natural, you'll be freaking fake, and you're not going to be humble. You're going to be arrogant. So humbleness is me. I don't care about fame. I don't care. I'm not here for that. I'm here for us to freaking wake up. And what I'm saying, sometimes it's deep, and people don't want to hear that. So I know I'm never going to attract tons of people here because sometimes I talk very straightforward. I'm here to straighten things out. I'm not here for freaking joke. My life's not a joke. So right at start, my life is not a joke. So this whole thing is certainly not a joke. And that's it. And if we keep growing and progressing every day like that, I think we're doing a very good job together. Yeah. And I'm very, very proud. I don't know if it's proud. I'm very delighted. I know. En français, je dirais, je suis très content, très heureux. Je sais pas c'est quoi le mot, mais I'm very, very. My heart feels warm to see you girls every day here, and guys and Bozo and all of you here. To see you with me at 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning, ready to reggae and roll, that fills my heart. It fills my heart, and it's not. Okay, if you leave from one day to another, it's not going to break my heart because I'm very strong. And I can eat alone. I know what I bring to the table, and I'm willing to do this journey completely alone to the rest of my life. But if people wants to join me like that and give me love and give me support and strength, I think about it and I have water in my eyes now because I get emotional with things like that because it's very, very true. What we're doing here. Anyway, I feel it. It's very true, and it's not fake. It's not something it's not something I do here that is fake and oriented towards nonsense. I think it's important. But all of you that you're here like that, it's because you too, you got to motivate yourself. You know, you got to pump yourself and be ready for 7 in the morning, wake up early. You know, but this becomes an habit also at one point. You too, that's why it's a good habit to wake up early in the morning, to start with good vibes, to be positive, to, you know, to feel the truth inside us each and every day when we wake up, to go after our stuff. So it's that kind of vibe that I want to keep. And I see that I'm not alone to keep that kind of vibe. Other people like me are saying like, hey, my life has fucking value. What have I been wasting time so much? Why have I wasted so much time? Why have I been so blind to my greatness? Why have I shrink so much? Yesterday I talked about shrinking. I thought about, you see the synchronicity, and I see those signs. I see those signs and I pick them up. Okay, and I know that makes me, that's a confirmation. That's why I don't need people to confirm me that I'm on the right path. The divine is sending me sign to tell me I'm on the right path. And that's what you're going to get. And now this is fucking deep shit. That's deep shit, and people will think I'm a fucking clown to think about this, to talk about that stuff, most people. Because they think that the signs, you know, everybody talks about time, but no one see them. They don't see them. So once you start seeing things and very stuff very divine outside of this matrix vibrationing world, you start feeling very divine vibes and very strong connection. Strong connection to the source, strong connection to who you are. Anyway, that's how I feel it. I don't know if it's really but it's the way I feel it. And I explain things in my words here. I'm French and English is not my language. But I explain you, I think, in good enough words what I mean, and so you can really catch the essence of my messages. It's not rocket science. The rocket science for the Babylonian. We said it. We are all here for one another, fellowship and conscious reasoning. Exactly. The devil hit me head on 9 years ago, going to be good to be out of the enemy's camp of nightmares ASAP. What the fuck? I'm stuck like super glue and pain. Yeah, you do really good. Thanks. I'm trying my best. I'm trying, and I will keep trying. I always keep that spirit. We'll keep trying. You know, we cannot fail. Like I said, we're just afraid of success. We're afraid of success, of who we can become and how successful we can be. Our mother's not going to call us back anymore, and people are going to, yeah, listen, you're born alone, you'll freaking die alone. Do your journey. Do your journey. Don't be afraid. Don't wait for people to come along and cheer for you, and just put up your socks, put your boots on, go on the battlefield, and do the freaking work. That's what we need. We don't need blah, blah, blah. We don't need talk. We need people on the YouTube is a battlefield. YouTube is a battlefield because here we can access people the art. You can touch people's heart on YouTube. Come on. It's not, and you don't want to get only to their mind, their head. You want to touch their heart. That's what we need to change. We need to seek our heart. We need to feel our heart speaking to us. Not the head. Never let go of the freaking head. The head will be there to fucking execute. You will execute if you go to put the plan in the head. For sure, it will execute to perfection. If you give it a plan, if you give it direction, guidance, and strength, and your mind will do anything. But your heart is as important, because your heart will speak truth. Your heart will guide you into truth. Your heart will... it's everything. I think I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's 75% from the art, because the art, I feel the art feeds energy to my soul, to my, it's hard, like I said, again, to explain. It's not explainable, I think, with words, but it's something, I don't know. I feel like just listening to my head is not going in the right direction often. So that's why I say, if I go inside my heart and like not intellectualize everything, because from the head we intellectualize a lot. We intellectualize, and then sometimes we lose sight of reality. That's what happened to me for a long time. That's what happened in our everyday life. We just intellectualize. We put numbers, measurements, and all kinds of stuff on things when things are very defined, very, we don't need an explanation. We have lost that. This is what I find a lot, that touch with the mystery of nature, with the mystery of life. Life is a mystery. Life is a challenge. Life is a song. Life is everything. Life is life. And life is meant to be lived, but we have to learn. We have to learn everything, even that life is worth living. Imagine how we've been programmed, deeply programmed into accepting our default state. We have accepted the default. I have accepted the default. I was very comfortable with it. Very comfortable with the default state. We accept it. We're like in a fantasy, and like freaking La La Land, Alice in Wonderland or whatever. But it's like a pure fantasy, and we buy into it, and we feed it, and we don't want to break our illusion because, hey, come on, that involves a look in the mirror and start making change. So we want to avoid this, but I think it's very crucial, very important, especially as you advance. Like, I don't like to take age as a reference, but obviously I have freaking white hair in my face, and I didn't have white hair 20 years ago, so I must be advancing in time, or advancing in the Sundays or whatever. I don't get lost in words too much, but as we get older, you don't have to get old. You gotta get older. You cannot really prevent this. You're gonna have bubbles, and you're gonna get older, but you don't have to get old. And while you get older, also, it's very, very important to stay focused as you get older. And I think there's more wisdom that come out of you as you get older also. I don't know. It's the feeling I have. Like, I feel very young. But with more wisdom, because I'm a bit more experienced with life. Like, I'm 44 today. I have more experience than when I was 20 years old. So I'm more strength, more wisdom, maybe. That allows me to speak like that. I don't know. I'm still trying to reflect on the whole thing. Now, do you think I'm figuring things out as I speak with you? No script, nothing. I want to define the script of my life. That's it. That's one with notes anymore. Or I want to rewrite the script of my life. So I have to start thinking about it. Start reflecting on it. So that's why I'm doing so much videos, to stay grounded and stay experience leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to wisdom. Exactly. Been shining my light online and outside for many, many years. Not worried. They read daily, and I'm here for the people's inspiration without pay. And just the strength you give me here, it's huge. Just that. That's one step ahead to go and encourage other people in their dream. That's a big step ahead. I do this every day, encouraging other people in their dream. Every day I give strength to people. And that's a major, major part in making your own dream come true. You want to help people before they help you. You want to help the maximum people. Just give back. Give more. But we don't give. We're just so selfish. So selfish, and we don't give our time. We don't give our... selfishness has to go for selflessness. Replace selfishness by selflessness. Selfless. Selfless service to humanity. You're not fucking there. Don't count yourself in. Count if it hurts. If it starts to hurt. If you lose enough money and you're in shit, then start to count. If you lose enough time and it seems like it's slipping out your hand, then maybe it's time to do something else. But just give back, give your money, give your time, give everything you can give that you have available to give. Give it. Don't hold back. Don't build a castle to protect your ego. What's the thing about that? Me, it's more about giving back, and like, I don't know, just do things that even encourage other, even in your pain. Yeah, I encourage other even in my pain. I have my own pain, my own tribulation, my own fucking madness to deal with, and but I still make sure I encourage other people. It's important for me. I want to, like I said, I want to help, and it's very important to not Ooh, I help. It's not subjective. I want to help the whole. Fuck, choke with my coffee. Sorry, guys. I just choked with my coffee. Sacrement. I'm back. Woo! That was severe. You can't control your heart. Yeah, I don't think you can control it. That's the thing, eh? That's why it's hard for me to stop this stuff. That's what I told Gavin. Let me come back to life. I just choked big time. Live and direct. That's what happened. Yeah, you laugh, bozo. I just choked big time. I don't know. I must drink too much coffee. Maybe it's a sign. Stop drinking coffee! No, that sometimes you get sign like that. But no, I love coffee. I love the taste of coffee. So we work with what God provides. We work with what we got, and all got something to offer. This is the thing also you just said there. If we give ourselves the chance, we have so much to offer. So much to offer to the world. So much that we can take out of ourselves and bring it into the world. And the world is just waiting for that. You know, the world wants you to win. Life wants you to win. It's not because life don't want you to win. You don't have to be scared. You just have to take action, do your part. That's how I feel. I just have to do my part, take action every day, make sure I'm bold, make sure I take bold action, and then let the divine take care of the rest. That's how I see it. And that's my spirit each and every day when I wake up. It's like, okay, I'll do my stuff. I'll do what I have to do. And the divine will take care of the rest. We'll arrange the people on my path, the events, all this will come flash in your face. Sometimes in moment you expected the least. But you're going to be prepared. You're going to be prepared because you're doing the work. You know, be prepared for the opportunity, even if you don't have any opportunity. Prepare yourself. You must work on yourself. None of us can say they can't work on themselves. None of us cannot say they should unplug the TV and work on themselves. Come on. That TV, if you're still hooked on this, I suggest you unplug it and really sit with books or sit in silence, listen to some reggae music, something that can inspire you and elevate you until you freaking levitate. That's the goal, you know, levitating. Is it possible? I think it is. I think it's possible to kind of levitate with your thoughts, like really, because sometimes I feel so vibrant, so vital, so alive that like I'm telling you, I seem like I can levitate. Can we do that? Maybe. Maybe if we get to a vibration high enough, we can control have some kind of effect on the weather also. So maybe maybe there's stuff we don't know yet, but I am not there yet. Heck no, coffee stays. Yeah, coffee stays. I love coffee. I love the taste of coffee. Black like this. I love the bitterness of coffee. So I don't think I don't drink 10 cups of coffee a day. I drink coffee in the morning and that's it. Maybe at night sometime. If I'm tired and I go make videos at the chilling spot, I might grab a coffee. Depends. Anyway, don't stress out with that. Full disclosure. I was laughing as well, as we experience. Choking on fluids. Yeah, choking on fluids. That happens to pretty much everybody. Yeah, we all choke at one point. I choke on water all the time. You know what I choke to? Watermelon. I choke on watermelon all the time because I go with a scoop with a big tablespoon and I go inside, I cut it in half and I go inside and I scoop it out. But sometimes I scoop like huge piece out and I put the whole thing in my mouth. That's an habit that I have. I like to have the juice full in my mouth, the watermelon. So I put big piece in my mouth and often I choke. And I know it. I know I'm going to choke, but I still do it. It's so crazy. But yeah, No, I love watermelon is probably one of my favorite fruit. Watermelon and grapes and mango. I love mango. I love the dragon fruit. I'm onto dragon fruit lately. They came on the special in the Babylonian market of hell. Full disclosure, yeah. As you bet, I choke on water all day. There is always opportunity. Opportunity are there. Opportunity and possibility are there. But if you're not present at the moment, you won't be able to play with them. You can play with possibility, opportunity, everything. And that's when you really discover who you are and stuff like that, you're then ready to play with possibilities, you know. Anything is possible. Anything becomes possible. Nothing can stop you. Like, even if that thing don't work, I'm going to turn on a dime and do something else because the strength is there, the character, the build up. You know, it's not so much. The external might change, like we said yesterday, but the internals remain. We must wake up. We must wake up to who we are. That's very important during this lifetime. That's the chance we have. That's the chance we have. You've been sent here for what? Eat popcorn and drink beer? Come on. And be distracted? That's life. That's what our life is intended to be. We are on this paradise plane, and we are intended to suffer. That's the goal of humanity. Come on. So nonsense. So insane. We live in a world that's so bizarre, so insane because we have all the answers. We know everything what to do. We know what to do to make it work, but we do the total opposite. The total opposite, and we let ourselves, we self-oppress ourselves, and I don't know, you can be anything in life. You can be freaking God if you want. You know, you can be anything you want. You can act like God, I mean. I don't think none of us, I think God is a force that we are together. You know, the divine force. Maybe I don't think there's I don't know. That's very weird when we talk about the creator and creation, and there's a lot of things that can come out. We can all have a different perspective because none of us have seen him. I've seen any divinity or inside ourselves. I've seen it. I mean, outside of myself, I've never. Yeah, I've seen you guys. I've seen you guys. Very divine, and all the stuff around me very divine. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why the divine is in all that surrounds us, because that's where I see it. You know, maybe it's just a force, an energy, and something that is everything that is living, that puts love into it, and you have to wake up yourself to really shine that light and have the divine. And that's how I feel. It's more like a force, or it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It's something. I don't think it operates into this matrix vibrational world, that kind of frequency. I think it's a step higher. It's like a layer over the overlay. This is where the divine operates, not in the overlay. There's like the overlay where all the madness happens, the evil stuff in the world. But there's also that upper layer where God is in control. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. God or the divine Joe. And then the words can be endless to talk about divinity. And yeah. It's so simple. Man makes it hard. We makes it so hard for nothing. Not feeling guilty about anything. Don't owe anyone anything. That's it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to wake up, to do things for yourself. We owe it to ourselves. I don't have to prove myself to anyone, to anybody. I'm not here for that. I'm here. Life is a bit a test of pride too. Know where you can take it, where it's to see if you can say stuff and do it. You know, that's a test of pride. If you can go along with your dream, anyway, I don't think life is meant to waste our time. That's for sure. So if we know that, we're going to do something with our time that is you, the only God of your temple. That's it. Yep. Raise one's vibration to reach that upper level. Exactly. That's how I feel it. Like it's like there's this overlay with all the evil stuff that everybody does, that we perform for them, most of it. And then there's that upper layer of a frequency of I don't know. It's like the divine must act in some kind of electric way, sending us message through the electricity in the air or something like that. I don't know. That's how I feel it. Like I feel it's a force that's there, all surrounding us, but we must also have that same force inside us, show that same force to connect with that force. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain because it's not explainable with words. I'm just trying to explain it to you, but what I feel is more deep. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You have to feel it yourself to know what I'm talking about, to know what others are talking about. You have to get in touch with who you are, and then boom, it's a boom thing. I told you, everything will come flash in your face. You will, as the day goes on, you will wake up more and more. Every breath you take, you'll become more awake, more aware of who you are. Less fear, less temptation, less distraction, less of everything that has no sense in your life. You have to reinstall the stuff that has value. We want to create real value for humanity, for our brothers and sisters to eventually see the light. We can all see the light. The light is there. The sun is shining. That's what I was saying. We're blind to it. We have the light. The light of the world is there, is the sun. The sun has to be very, very divine. There's something we miss with that, I'm sure, because this is the light over us. We talk about light. Everybody talks about light, but not too many people talks about the sun being the light and shining light on us, and that divine energy, that divine frequency coming on us. And we're just all stuck in the physical sun. None of us talks too much about the spiritual aspect of the sun. Some talk about it. I have talked about it in the past, but other people too. But most people worship the physical sun. But there's something very, very spiritual with the sun. That's what I look at. I look at it for the not in fear also that it's gonna freaking hurt me. Like, I'm not like that. I just get the energy from it, and I think there's something. Yeah, love seeing people rise above. Yeah, we have to rise above that overlay, that overlive nonsense of Babylon. It's to rise above that, and really not let go of that vibe. Do not let go of that vibe, because you will figure it out. You will figure it out with time, and I'm confident that I will figure things out if I keep focused. So, guys, I'm letting you go, and big up, and I'm out to my chilling spot with Gavin, and I'll go eat a couple dragon fruit and mango and a couple stuff, and we'll go have our breakfast on the rock. And I'll be back another now, like every morning, 7 a.m. That's our time. We're not so much in time, but by respect, I like to set a reference matrix time. It's more reference matrix time than really time, because timing to me is divine. Timing is divine, and it's not a clock. It's not a clock. That is also divine. It's also a divine construct, but it's also a bit of the evil behind it. But I don't think it's all evil. I don't see things all evil, like the calendar and the. Yes, it's used but there's also a great design behind it. When you think about it, I don't think you would have been able to think about this. Like, there's something very also with the clock, just the clock, the hours, and the sun going over. Like, all this is not so much. It's evil because we make it evil, but it's something very. I don't know. The clock and the sun is something there. Look. Something there in the numbers and the. I don't know. Sometimes we get caught up with the hype also of other people telling us things and this and that. Think for yourself. Have a fulfilling day. All peace, love, light. Suzanne, ease out. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. I'm out. See ya. Love you all very, very much. From the bottom of my heart, that's all I have in my heart is love, 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 more love. And that's all I want to keep the focus on is the love and the light. And I will not let distraction distract me. I'm out. See ya.